Good morning, St. Louis. Welcome to the series finale of the STL Donut Tour. Today, I'm highlighting my favorite glazed yeast risen donuts from around the St. Louis area. Glazed yeast donuts are the most popular style in St. Louis. There are multiple polls and lists compiled every year to see who has the best. Over the course of the tour, I've eaten over 50 different glazed yeast donuts and sampled every local style within 25 miles. Out of the 63 donut shops and bakeries in and around the St. Louis area that sell donuts, these are my top 10 favorite glazed yeast donuts.
First up today is the glazed yeast donut from Croutons Collinsville Bakery. Absolutely one of the best glazed donuts I've had so far on the tour. This is just perfect. Golden brown and delicious, the glazed yeast is incredibly soft and fluffy with a rich, buttery flavor. The glaze is nice and sweet, and with a perfectly golden crust, it gives the donut a pleasant little crisp outer sweetness. Don't forget to add a few of these to your order. After that, we have the glazed yeast ring from Helfer's Pastries in Florissant. Helfer's makes a beautiful golden yeast donut with a thick, crackly glaze. It's fluffy soft with a rich, buttery taste and a melt-in-your-mouth texture. Absolutely delicious. Next up, we have the classic glazed yeast donut from JMC Donuts in St. Louis. JMC's version is just spectacular. It has a gorgeous deep amber color with a beautifully thick glaze. Breaking it open, we find lots of tiny little air pockets, giving this dough a super soft and fluffy feel and a melt-in-your-mouth texture. The flavor is rich and buttery with those buildups of glaze on the outside, giving it a big boost of sweetness. These are some of my favorite glazed yeast donuts for sure. Following that, we have the glazed yeast from the Donut Palace in Ellisville. Soft and chewy with a great yeasty, buttery flavor and a deliciously sweet glaze, Donut Palace's traditional classic is definitely in the running for best in St. Louis. These are just amazing. Up next is the glazed yeast ring from the Sweet Spot in St. Anne. This classic donut from the Sweet Spot Cafe is absolutely gorgeous with a deep golden color and a super thick glaze. Breaking it open, we find a chewy, buttery inside with a superb structure. They have an amazing glazed yeast here at the Sweet Spot, and you need to check this out if you're looking for one of the best St. Louis has to offer. After that, the glazed yeast donut from Drew's Donut Stop in Arnold. Drew's Donut Stop has an absolutely fantastic version of this delectable classic with a beautiful golden color and a thick sugary glaze. This donut is incredibly light and fluffy with a great buttery, yeasty flavor. Just fantastic. One of the best in St. Louis for sure. Next up, we have the glazed yeast donut from Donut Delight in Florissant. This donut is incredibly soft and fluffy with an amazing buttery, yeasty flavor. It just melts in your mouth and leaves you salivating for more. On my first visit, I got there super early, right after 4 a.m., and got fresh from the fryer donuts, and they were just spectacular. They've been just as delicious the 2 other times that I've been later, and are one of my favorites on the whole tour. Following that, we have a gorgeous looking glazed yeast from Tony's in Hazelwood. Tony's Glazed Raised is incredibly soft and melt-in-your-mouth delicious. It has a rich buttery flavor and a thick crisp sugary glaze, giving it a nice texture and unbeatable sweetness. This Glazed Raised is equally as delicious as the one I had from the Maryland Heights location, both of them the same superb quality and definite contenders for best donuts in St. Louis. After that is one of the best glazed yeast I've eaten on the whole tour. Soft and fluffy with a perfectly melt-in-your-mouth texture, this classic from Duke's Bakery has an amazing sweetness and rich buttery flavor with an impressive dough structure. The glaze is absolutely beautiful, just the right thickness and sweetness. This classic is reason alone to make the drive across the river to Duke Bakery in Alton, Illinois. And last but not least, we have my personal favorite, the Glazed Yeast Donut from John's Donuts in St. Louis. It has an absolutely beautiful golden brown look to it with a thick shiny glaze. The inside is soft and fluffy with a great chew and superb dough structure, giving this donut both a firm outer crust and a melt-in-your-mouth buttery soft texture. Beautiful and delicious, you can't go wrong with John's Donuts.
Thanks for watching this week's series finale highlight. That about wraps up the STL Donut Tour, everybody. I set out to visit every donut shop in the St. Louis area, and I've visited all 63 donut shops and bakeries that sell donuts. Some of them multiple times. I've shown you all of my favorites from around the area in my highlight videos, and I've gotten a lot of great comments and recommendations from you as well. I hope that I've helped you find a new local donut shop that sells all of your best loved styles. I know I certainly have a lot more new favorites now. I'm looking forward to starting a new project soon after taking some time off, so make sure to click that subscribe button down below so you can be notified the next time that I post a new video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.